Firstly, when you came to Calcutta, you and Mr. Dalmiya, how did this tour happen? Because in 48 hours, you all finalized that South Africa will be coming to India to play those 3 games. How did you all make it happen?
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, I can hear you all right.
All right, so look, in 1991, we were readmitted back into world cricket. But there was no decision about playing international cricket. We wanted to just be part of the family. Right, so what happened then is that in October 91, I prevailed upon my senior board members, look, we've never been to the subcontinent, never. Let's go and meet our counterparts there. So we went first to Pakistan, and then when we got to Mumbai, the news broke as we arrived there that Pakistan, who were due to play against India, and India have pulled out of that tour. And we went to Calcutta, and we met Dalmiya for the first time. Although I'd had many conversations with him on the telephone, but this was the first time we met him. And when we got there, he was an opportunist par excellence. He realized the possibility that, hey, history could be made. Instead of Pakistan, let's get South Africa to come to India. And I remember him taking us to meet the Premier of the Bengal province, and they prevailed upon us to come and replace Pakistan to come to India. But it was still early days. We were nervous that we were going too fast. And we went back to Delhi. We met Mr. We met Amrit Matter, my great friend. And I remember him saying to me as we arrived in Delhi, he said to me, Dr. Bacher, play down Mr. Dalmiya in Delhi. And the reason being, he was very close to Mr. Scindia, who was the president of Indian cricket. Don't play up Dalmiya in Delhi. Anyhow, so we met Amrit there, and what happened then is that we went back to Mumbai, and on the way back to South Africa, we stopped in Nairobi. And I was sharing a room with the late Percy Son, who was then the vice president. And he said to me, Ali, we're going too fast, man. We've just done back in world cricket. The next thing you want us to go to India. I said, hold on. So I made a phone call in Nairobi to the late Steve Shweti, who was a great friend of mine. He was one of the senior people in the ANC. We became great friends. And I told him, look, India want us to come. Percy's nervous. We're going too fast. He said, let me speak to Percy. So he spoke to Percy for 20 minutes. I don't know what he said to Percy's son, but Percy's son put down the phone and he said, we're going to India. And that was it. We got back on the Sunday afternoon. All the board members were at the airport in Johannesburg to meet us, and we had to make a decision. Should we go back to India and replace Pakistan? And the majority prevailed. And that Thursday, it's unbelievable, that Thursday afternoon, we hired an aeroplane. For the first time ever, since 1948, a South African aeroplane flew into India and over the skies of India. First time ever. And we arrived in Calcutta, and it was extraordinary. they reckon that there was 100,000 people lining the streets of Kolkata to welcome us back to world cricket and to play for the first time ever against India in India. So the game took place on Sunday, and it was unbelievable that they reckon there was about 95,000 people at the stadium and 25,000 people outside the ground. And we won the toss and we decided to bat first. And I was then the manager of the team because that was the only time I ever managed a cricket team. And I was on the field when Andrew Hudson and Jimmy Cook went out to bat. And I had a look at Andrew Hudson. I mean, he couldn't handle this crowd. It was unbelievable. And I knew that he was history. And the first over, the first ball bowled by Kapil Dev, he was out. Anyway, it was a fantastic match. And there are two important milestones from that match. Sachin Tendulkar got about 72. In fact, won the game for India. And
he got 62, Dr. Bacher. 62.
Or 62. Okay.
Yeah.
He won the match. Alan Donald got 5 wickets. We would have won that match. And at the end of the match, which is normal in South Africa, and at the end of the day's play, one of the team goes into the other team's change room. I decided I'd go into the Indian change room. And I remember walking in and I could see people couldn't believe it. I mean, it's unheard of. The opposite manager come into our change room. And I went up to Sachin Tendulkar, and for the first time I congratulated him. And from that moment on, we've remained very close friends. He's a great personal friend of mine.
Fabulous. And you remain one of the closest friends of Indian cricket who we will continue to celebrate. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.